living on a narrowboat, you really are in touch with the weather. It's right there, out your window. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can smell it in the air. Storm Dave, this is the remnants of it. All Dave's throwing a little tantrum. Storm Dave throwing a tantrum. And you know something? Being involved in these storms and the rain is bloody annoying. I'm sick of it. When's it going to stop? When is it going to stop? Ah, it's freezing cold, then it's hot, and it's freezing cold again. Why? Them boards are slippy as well. That's another thing. And that rain, it's wet. It's wet and it falls on you, and then your clothes get wet. It is annoying. When's it? How? How can we have so much water in the sky? What's happening? Well, I'll tell you something, I've had enough of it, I really have. It's getting right on my nerves now. This country owes us some sunshine. It owes us some sunshine in abundance. All we get is the rain and the sleet when it's supposed to be sunny. Oh, what a rip-off. Anyway, last time I thought I was visiting Rivington Reservoir, but because of Ruth Brindle, she forced me to go and do some research, which I don't normally do. And in the end, it turned out to be really interesting, and it made me go and visit a castle, so stay tuned for that. This is actually Anglezark Reservoir, and it's a series of massive reservoirs in this area. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a little reservoir in this area made by the navvies, but no, it's absolutely massive. But I want to go and show you something. Just stay tuned. There is something of interest. I went online, had a look at the maps, and while my little ecosystem is a time lapse showing you that, I did some research and I ended up here. Welcome to Rivington, home of great water. Now, welcome to some of the most beautiful countryside in Northwest. In the Northwest, it's also a home of some of the best water. We hope you'll help us keep it that way. I certainly will. There's the castle, Rivington. Liverpool Castle, sorry, not Rivington, Liverpool Castle. In my last vlog, I said I went to Rivington Reservoir, but it's a series of reservoirs, and somebody pointed out that wasn't Rivington Reservoir, and I thought to myself, why don't you just have a look on the map? Well, and he's absolutely right, it wasn't Rivington Reservoir. This is a series of Rivington area, series of reservoirs. Here we are, look. Well, old castle, look. Looks very black and burnt. Look at this. Wow, what a place. What a beautiful area.
Good Lord.
It's because of Ruth and your lovely comment that I'm here now, puffing and panting on a beautiful blue sky day in April. This castle in Rivington, I'll get that right this time, it's a Grade 2 listed building. It's not actually a real castle, it's a replica, a folly of the original Liverpool castle located in Lever Park. Commissioned in 1912 by Lord Leverhulme, it was designed based on 1892 drawings of the original castle's ruined 17th century estate. Construction halted in 1925 upon Leverhulme's death, leaving it as a purposefully romantic ruined landmark overlooking Lower Rivington Reservoir. The original Liverpool castle was built in the early 13th century, likely by order of King John. It saw action during the Civil War, leaving it ruined. The original was dismantled in the early 1700s, with stones used for the first Liverpool dock and St George's Church. It was located where Derby Square and the Crown Court now stand. These beautiful reservoirs is located in Lancashire, and it supplies drinking water primarily to the Wigan area, supplying approximately 70,000 households. It was originally built in the 1850s for Liverpool. They are now managed by United Utilities and also a supporter of the wider northwest region, including areas around Bolton and Chorley, while contributing to the Thirlmere aqueduct system. If you get a chance to visit this area, you can't believe it's outside Wigan and Bolton. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful, and it's well worth a visit. You can have picnics, walk in the park, in the trees, and the distant views of the castle and the tree lined and the hills. It's absolutely beautiful. Well worth a visit on a beautiful sunny day as this. But enough of my superb drone skills. Let me show you inside, but make sure you wipe your feet first. Come on. It's hard to believe the sole purpose of this ruin was just a fake. It was built as a ruin to look like a ruin. All that work. I thought it was, when I first saw the castle, I thought this ain't right. It doesn't feel right. The stone doesn't match. It looks like the Canal stone, you know. And my instincts were right. My instincts sometimes do stink, and that's a fact. My grandkids would love it in here, running around, pretending to be knights of the armour of the thing, with the swordy thing waving around. No, probably that's too much. No, I'm not giving my 5-year-old a sword. Perhaps a plastic one. Maybe, you know. But they'd love it in here. They're little pretending to do this and that and the other. Be really loud. Oh no, perhaps I won't bother with that, you know. Looking at it, you'd think, wow, there must be some great battle here. And that big fireplace has been smashed somehow. And it was all made to look that way. Wow. It's just amazing, isn't it? While I was there at the time, I thought, wow, what's happened here then? This fire's been smashed or something. No, it was fake. And that arch, fake. That woodland, that's not fake. That turret, fake. The trees in bloom, that's real. Ah, that's more like it. I went down to the reservoir, and this reservoir is pretty full. But another reservoir, Worthington Reservoir, was another one that was empty, which I visited with John, my neighbour, and his dog Stan. We had a good old nosy around there. There's plenty of water coming in, by the looks of it. Beautiful, isn't it? There's water, definitely water coming into the reservoir, but not. It's a sport, isn't it? Just to keep the banks together. Beautiful brickwork, isn't it? Look at that. Look at his ironwork as well, all handmade. Crikey. That was taking some doing, that would, wouldn't it? You have to build a wooden frame first. Amazing to see. Must be about 10 foot down. That's been successful. He's got a nice pike.
Some bites out of it, that look.
Oh, it has, hasn't it?
Someone's had a go at that.
Oh, someone's had a go at it. Oh, fair play. Yeah, nice.
Somebody help.
Look at that look. It's a small one, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only a little jack, but somebody's been trying to eat it.
Yeah, yeah.
Little scars on it, battle wounds.
Crack it straight back in the water, look.
Put him back in, yeah.
Beautiful looking fish, aren't they? Oh, it's got some batters, it's got some scars.
Real fresh scar.
It's got some scars on the back. So it's been attacked by a bigger one, I reckon.
Yeah,
probably, or an otter maybe.
Yeah, a bigger pike.
Bigger pike. Wow.
Yeah, right,
I'm going to go to the van in a minute and just check my wiring a bit while the sun's out.
Put it back in.
Nice. I've had this dash light on my van for ages, and I'm determined to find out which one of these wires is causing that light to come on. So I unplug each plug at a time, then check the light to see if it comes on, and eventually I found the wires that supply that light. It's one of these wires that's causing that light to come on. All I've got to figure out now is which one of these is causing that light, and I'll follow the wire down to its source. So I'm just narrowing it down. If I disconnect this white wire here, the van won't start. So it has to be connected, doesn't it? It has to have a circuit. It's got to be somewhere else in that circuit somewhere along one of these systems. It's faulty. Somewhere in the system. But where? That's the key. Where? So that purple and white on the end, these two, they're the one that trigger that light, also trigger the firing of the engine. So I've got to figure out where these go and what is happening with them, because that's causing that light to come on. I need to find what the circuit is for them, and then try and figure out what is going on from there. So I know what wires are causing that trigger in that light now. I've got my box charging on solar now. It's solar from my solar charge controller, and also that connection there is from the smart charger. So you've got two on these P280s. You've got two forms of charging it, and that's charging nicely from the old solar at the moment. 88%, take that. That was 58% this morning. Ran the engine a bit and a bit of charging. Beautiful. Look at the dogs. What's your dog's name? Hello, mate.
Ralphie.
Ralphie's a lovely little thing, aren't you? What's your name, buddy?
Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Ruben.
Ruben, mate. And how long are you off school for?
2 weeks.
Oh man, it's bliss, isn't it? Isn't it bliss? Enjoying it?
I'm back at work tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Give me a filthy thumbs up.
Filthy thumbs up, mate. What job do you do?
I'm a joiner, mate.
Oh, you joiner? What's your job? Builder? Mechanic? You see it in his face, look, mechanic, surely.
He wants to come working with me.
Oh dear, did you join in? Join things together? Yay! Thank you, mate, thanks for watching. Dave, he popped back with a nice surprise for me. But in the meantime, this duck was trying to get under the water. It was just too buoyant to get under. But it kept trying. They feed on the weed on the bottom of the canal. Sometimes they struggle. You know when you leave your garlic, say you leave your garlic, it will start growing itself. So I've stuck some garlic in that pot. And it's going like mad, Lord. I don't know what happens. I don't know what you do with it. I don't know what you do with it. Let's cover that up. But it started growing like crazy. So I might get some garlic flowers or something. Garlic buds, bulbs. I don't know how they grow. Let's try it out. This garlic, it's just growing like crazy. I don't know what to do with it now. How do you get the garlic out of garlic? Does it have more bulbs? And then it must be growing. That was there yesterday. It must be growing like 2 inches a day almost. That's what it feels like. Him, a little bit weak on the wrist, you know. Let's give him some water. Danny boy, look who's come to see me. Look who's come to see me then, look. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a lovely little dog, aren't you, mate? We've become good friends, haven't we, Stan? We've become good friends, haven't we? Yeah.
Got a bunny in and I can't.
Look at these, look, it's just brought these Timberlands for me. Bloody hell, mate. Oh, you just finished work?
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell. So I've just come back. I'll just come back.
Take by your coffee out like that, but I just thought
Mate,
of them in your video.
I bet these aren't cheap.
No, they're not, no.
How much are they each?
I think it's about 140 quid a fur then.
Bloody hell, mate. Oh my God. I tell you, I love them.
They don't fall bits, them.
No, wow. Oh, mate, thank you so much. Really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Yeah.
Look at them. He's got the second pair for me. Oh my God. I tell you what, they're comfy. They're comfy. Look at that second pair. Bloody hell. Some people are nice, aren't they? £140 a pop they are. I like these. Oh, they're smart, aren't they? Woohoo! Top at world. Aye, top at world. Electric bikes. I mean, it's a revelation in getting about. But these kids, they have the masks on, and they come flying up. I don't know what they did. I think they've been on the golf course doing mischief. And to be honest, if I was these kids at that age, I'd probably have one as well, and I'd be flying up and down, going "F you" to everybody. But put these masks on, look. It's some kind of fashion thing, gang thing. I don't know what it is, but they fly up about 50 miles an hour. It's bloody annoying, and they can do some damage. They could hurt somebody, and if around these, they could just fly around these corners on these fast bikes. Oh, I don't want to sound like an old granddad, but I know they're having fun. Probably not causing any harm, but you know what I mean. It is dangerous on the towpath. These boots are great, I'm telling you. They fit me perfect, absolutely perfect. Finding boots to fit me is not easy, cracking. I'm not too proud to accept charity, you know. Tell you what, I love them. Cheers, Dave, for these.